Today we're taking a look at Nooceptin, a product brought to us by UK-based SAP Nutrition, who also happen to be the manufacturers behind VivaMind, another nootropic that we've recently reviewed on this channel. Hi, my name is Jason and I'm the founder of SOMA Analytics, helping you to find supplements that can optimize your mental agility. Now, I've tested Nooceptin for just over a month now, and today's video we're going to be comparing it to the likes of Noocube, the likes of Hunter Focus. We're going to look at it in terms of its ingredients. We're going to look at it in terms of how it performed for me during testing, and then I'm going to bring you my overall verdict as to whether I think it's worth your hard-earned money. So let's kick things off with the ingredients. The first thing to point out with Nooceptin is that everything is fully dosed and very transparent. So they're not hiding behind any proprietary blends here. They're telling you exactly what you get on the bottle. So of course you could go away and find these individual ingredients yourself and create your own stack, but in terms of ease of use, Nooceptin, it's all there for you. It's 3 capsules per day that you take at the same time, and you get 30 servings per bottle. So each one of these bottles contains 90 capsules. Now, I'm not going to go into each and every ingredient in massive detail. If you want that, I'll link in the description below to our written article where you can find a full comprehensive overview of the ingredients. I'm just going to quickly go through them. So we do have lion's mane mushroom extract. You get 400 milligrams of that. We've got choline at 200 milligrams, L-theanine, which is one of my favorite nootropic ingredients, 200 milligrams of that, which is a pretty good dosage. We then get Panax ginseng, 200 milligrams. We get rhodiola rosea, a herb that I absolutely love, 150 milligrams of that. And we also get 150 milligrams of Bacopa monieri. And then to finish things off, we get ginkgo biloba with 100 milligrams there. So although Nooceptin does have a pretty stripped back formula, particularly if we compare it to something like Hunter Focus that has almost 3 times as many ingredients, I actually like the formulation that they provide us with, particularly the lion's mane, the choline, L-theanine, rhodiola, and Bacopa. For me, they create the basis of a really good quality nootropic. In terms of dosages, we're pretty much where we'd want to be. A couple of them, particularly the Bacopa and the L-theanine, I would like to see those a touch on the higher side, but generally speaking, we're in a good position with this base formula. There's no caffeine included, so if you're the sort of person that really enjoys that morning cup of coffee or two, you're not going to have to worry about cutting that back. The other thing is, because of that L-theanine that's included in here, you are probably going to find that that is going to give you that kind of calm focus. So again, if you are taking caffeine, 1 or 2 cups of coffee per day, the L-theanine is going to help balance that out. Perhaps the one omission, if we compare it to something like Noocube, or again, if we compare it to the really high doses that we see in Hunter Focus, is that we don't see any vitamin B complex in here. So in Hunter Focus, you're getting 5 B vitamins, and with Noocube, you're getting 3 B vitamins. Unfortunately, Nooceptin, there's none of that going on. So you probably are going to want to supplement with an additional B vitamin if you do decide to take Nooceptin. Now, if we take a look at pricing, we can see that Nooceptin is actually pretty well priced compared to the competition. A 1-month supply is going to cost you $69. If we compare that to Noocube at $65, it's in the same ballpark, and you're getting a similar quantity of ingredients. However, if we do compare it to Hunter Focus, Nooceptin does look a lot more cost effective on the face of it, with a saving of around $20 per bottle. However, do bear in mind, with something like Hunter Focus, although it is a little bit more expensive, you are going to be getting a lot more per serving in terms of ingredients, quantity, and in terms of the dosage per ingredient also. So that is definitely worth bearing in mind. When we start to look at the larger packs, So a 3-month supply of Nooceptin is going to come in at $207, whereas a 3-month supply of Noocube is a lot more cost effective at $130, and then Hunter Focus is $270, but you're going to get an extra bottle free. So it kind of brings it in line with Nooceptin. So as far as I'm concerned, there's no kind of real benefit in terms of price here to buying Nooceptin over those other competitors. So really all boils down to how well it performed. So let's take a look. So I've taken 3 of these capsules each day for the last 30 days. And prior to conducting this test, I did have 2 weeks off any other nootropic, so I was pretty confident that my system was clean and clear of any previous supplementation. Now, I do tend to cycle on and off nootropics, and typically I can tell and feel after at least 2 or 3 weeks when they are working. And I can tell you quite confidently that there was definitely a sense of renewed focus, of calm focus when I was taking Nooceptin. Now, that's not surprising, particularly with the L-theanine, particularly with the citicoline, and the one area where I always struggle to kind of give an assessment of a nootropic is when it comes to memory, and that is potentially one of the things in the long term that Nooceptin is going to be quite beneficial for. Now, I can't say anecdotally whether I did or didn't see any benefit in memory. My instant recall was pretty good, and in fact I'm just literally coming off this. I've just completed my 30th day yesterday, so this is still the effects of Nooceptin are still very much in my system now. Now, if I was to continue to take it, I would expect that to compound over time. Ideally, in an ideal test scenario, we'd probably want to be taking this for 3 or 4 months before giving an absolute verdict, but I'd be pretty happy to give my seal of approval for this nootropic. Now, if we compare it to the likes of Noocube and probably even more so Hunter Focus, where does it sit and how does it compare? Well, for me personally, I think it compares pretty well against Noocube, and this is version 3 of Noocube, which is their refined formula. And again, if we compare it, we see choline at 250 milligrams in Noocube. We do see the 3 B vitamins, but Noocube, although it does have the L-theanine, it's got half the dose of what we see in Nooceptin. And as a big advocate of L-theanine, I do like the dose that we see in here. But then if we compare it to Hunter Focus, if we look at the L-theanine here, even though this is a much bigger stack of ingredients, we still only get 200 milligrams of L-theanine in here. We do get more bacopa. We also get ashwagandha in here that I do like, and we do get those 3 B vitamins also, along with vitamin C, vitamin D, and vitamin K2. The drawback for me when it comes to Hunter Focus is that it does include caffeine. So it's a tricky one to assess in terms of which one of these 3 you would probably want to go for. I'm a massive fan of Noocube. I do like the formula. It's pretty stripped back, but it gives a good punch. If the L-theanine is what you're really looking for and you really want that calm focus, and particularly if you do take a decent amount of caffeine in a day, 2 or 3 cups of coffee say, then the L-theanine in here is really going to help balance it. You could also, if you want to, spread the 3 capsules out through the day because there's no caffeine. So if you did want to take them periodically through the day, you can do. They recommend that you take them all in the morning, but that's personal preference. Because there's no caffeine, you've not got to worry too much about it impacting negatively on your sleep. So where would I come down when it comes to these 3 nootropics? I would say if you are brand new to nootropics and you've not taken them in the past, I would probably go for something like Nooceptin or maybe Noocube over Hunter Focus. Or if you are going to go with something like Hunter Focus, then you're probably going to want to take half of the recommended serving to begin with, and then work your way up to the full 6 capsules. Now, if you do want more information on these nootropics, there's links in the description down below. Do go and take a look at our written reviews on the website, and if I've piqued your interest in Hunter Focus, then go and check out this video here where I give you my full review. Thanks for watching. See you next time.